we'll see who rules the skies in today's battle. It's the New York Jets and the Philadelphia Eagles, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
Welcome, football fans, to the birthplace of America, the city of brotherly love, the place where you'll find the best cheesesteak made in this country and the best financial field. Thanks for joining us, everyone. With my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. And like so many matchups in the NFL, Brock, our focus goes right to the quarterbacks in this one. Both of these guys, players who've been around the league now for some time, they've definitely established themselves as veterans who know how to win football games.
Yeah, I think the word of the day, Kate, is definitely experience. Two guys who've been through the season several times over, have seen a lot at this point in their career, and been through quite a bit on the field. All that experience is stored up there right between the ears. And the one who is more skilled at leveraging that experience, more than likely is going to come away with the win.
Jake Elliott is out and ready to kick this one away. And we're underway from Philadelphia. Xavier Gipson now to return. This return makes it up to the 25. So the Jets take the field for their first drive. They're led out by one of the game's most tenured veterans and most decorated quarterbacks of all time, Aaron Rodgers.
I think it's safe to say, Kate, Aaron Rodgers may be one of the most polarizing figures in the NFL, but there is nobody that will question his ability to spin a football different than everybody else. Just ask his receivers, tight ends, running backs, anybody that's ever played with him. He elevates their game, and he often elevates his own game to an MVP kind of level.
First play, and Rodgers letting it rip into the hands of Garrett Wilson. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Here's Breece Hall on the ground for the first time. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
I love these inside runs. Don't get away from them. You never know. You think it's going to be a short little gain, and then boom, you get the right blocking, a possessed running back, and you get some serious yards on the table.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. From the shotgun, Rodgers hits him on the in route. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 22 on that one, and it's good enough for a New York first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. Play action with Rodgers. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Rodgers here from the gun. Has a man, it's Tyler Conklin. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit, and you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
3rd down give to Hall. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. They get 2 on the play, and now they've got 1st and goal.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
This drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. 1st and goal. Working out of the gun. It's Rodgers. Has it down close. And in. Touchdown, New York. What an outstanding opening series, partner. They just wore down that defense as they marched their way to the end zone.
Yeah, it took a whole bunch of that opening script to find a touchdown, but it showed just how well designed that script was. It was the right sequence of plays to keep that ball moving and find the end zone while getting your offense established and into top gear right here early on.
Greg Zuerlein for the point after try. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Jets will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Zuerlein has it all teed up and ready to send it away. Fielded at the 7. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So here come the Eagles for their opening drive. They're led out by an incredible score through the air and on the ground. He was picked 53rd back in 2020. It's Jalen Hurts.
Kate, it's not often that we talk about quarterbacks having a nose for the end zone in football. It's usually reserved for the running backs, but Jalen Hurts has changed that conversation. He has so much power, so much strength. You get him into the short yardage situations or around the goal line, he finds a way to get in, but it's not just there. He's got a deep ball that's the envy of many. He's elevated his teammates around him, and he's got a skill set that I know a lot of quarterbacks would sure love to have. Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Second and 6 coming up here. They run it with Saquon Barkley. Makes a cut to the right sideline. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker, it's second and 5. Barkley on the shotgun handoff. And he's able to get it past midfield and down into the Jets side. 2 yards on the pickup, and that leaves him with third down and 3.
Kate, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Flushed out of the pocket. He's running for it. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that, and it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
Now on fourth down, on comes Braden Mann to boot this away for the Birds. And oh, just a hair too much on that kick. The punt lands in the end zone. This one's coming out to the 20. They're out and set, first and 10. To throw, Rodgers. He's on the move. And down he goes. The Eagles got him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the first quarter. Neither side separating much so far. We'll return to the link right after this. Time for the second quarter of play. It's Jets football. They have second down behind the sticks. They give to Hall on the draw. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Looks like a 9-yard gain, and they'll now have a much shorter 3rd and 5 coming up.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Now Rodgers on 3rd and short. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Protection is always tested against a blitz, especially with all the different ways the defenses today disguise them. Couldn't quite account for the number of rushers that time, and it ends just how you expect. The quarterback needing a little help to get picked up off the grass.
So on 4th down, the Jets turn to a fan favorite. It's Thomas Morstead to punt it away. And he'll take in the fair catch just above the 35. So no return on that punt. And the Eagles will take possession. The Eagles about set to get going for their second drive. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And it took a couple of guys to haul him down there after a gain of just 1.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. That pass complete to Goddard. And that will not be enough for a first down.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Option play. They give it to Barkley. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. They go to Barkley again. And they stop him after a good run that takes him down inside the 40. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 39. This one finds Goddard. And he gets it down to the 35 before stepping out. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the first.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
First and 10. Here's Hurts. Short pass brought in. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. It's a pickup of 11. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down. Hurts now from the gun. Escapes the pocket. Stepping up, and he's going to run. And he'll go down here at the 16. Well, hold on a sec. We've got an Eagle hurting pretty good out there, and they're going to head out to look at him. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 16. That's caught. It's Saquon Barkley. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. They find 7 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how. I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
Throwing here hurts. This one's caught. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And with 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal. On the play fake, it's Hurts. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that sack going to cost them some yardage.
Bend. Even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're going to bend at times, but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, well, that goes a long ways to helping your efforts.
Philadelphia going to spend its 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. So now, here's 3rd and goal. Back to throw, Hurts. And he has the catch, gets both feet in, that's a touchdown! The Eagles earn the chance to tie it before halftime. Wow, just fantastic work there. Tiptoeing along the back line. The concentration was there. Great catch for 6.
Yeah, the concentration and the body control. I don't know how these receivers do it in this day and age. There's no space to work with, yet they have such an awareness to secure it first, to tap dance the line, and go get that touchdown.
Extra point up and good by Elliott. And the Eagles tie this game 7-7. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Gibson now to return. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Jets headed out on offense late in this first half. And with just under 40 seconds left to go, Brock, they can try a drive, but they gotta hurry. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Pressure comes, Rodgers. Anticipated the quick staccato pass there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
That's just simply great positioning to swat the ball away. He stayed in a spot where he could disrupt the throw before the target could make a play on it.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Rodgers set to pass. Able to find Corley. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. The Jets take their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Third and just 2 to go. Here's Rodgers. Dumps it off to his running back. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. The Eagles decide to spend their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Here comes the punting unit for the Jets. Back deep for the Eagles, Britton Covey. And the sunlight's not a problem for him. He looks up and makes the fair catch. That punt goes unanswered, no return there. And they're going to take over possession. They've got blackjack on the clock. Not a ton of time to use before halftime. First down throwing for Hurts. That one is incomplete. The clock now down to 16 seconds remaining.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Not taking any risks here, keeping this one on the ground. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Wrapped up on that play by big Quinnen Williams. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. It's another rushing play. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Braden Mann on the punt. And this is the second time he's been brought on to kick it. Got 44 yards on his first kick, Brock, and this one looks to be longer. And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. We don't get a return out of that punt. And they'll only have time for one play before halftime. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on first down. Drops to a knee, and that pesky final second runs off. So we're to the end of our first half. That brings us to halftime, and these teams locked up on the scoreboard. It's a 7-7 ball game. Now down the coast we go to Orlando, Florida, in our studio there. Jonathan Coachman waiting by with the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. We'll let you and Brock catch your breath as we welcome the rest of you to our EA Sports Halftime Report. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the second half. Who knows when the deciding moment will come? We're underway in the second half of a deadlocked game. He fields it from the 8. And look at this return. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. Philadelphia has its offense out to start this third quarter. And they could take control of the second half early, Brock, if they break the tie on this opening drive. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Here's Hurts. Bails out of the pocket quick. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Will McDonald there on the tackle.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
2nd down now, 7 to go. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun here. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Couldn't connect on 1st, it's 2nd down. Now Hurts. And oh, someone stepped in, it's intercepted. Quincy Williams has it. And the Jets will take over along the midfield stripe after the interception and return. Well, Brock, it was an absolute battle in the 1st half as they played to a tie heading into the locker rooms. And already we have the first big play of half number 2 with that INT.
Yeah, not just the first big play, but maybe the first separating play here, Kate. There's always a moment in the 2nd half, especially where one of these teams makes the play, right? That one that we're going to circle and look back to as the defining play of the half. We may just have witnessed it right there.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. They send one of the tight ends in motion right. They start the half with a give to Hall. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. C.J. Gardner-Johnson there on the tackle. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
The give on 2nd to Hall. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A gain of about 3, so a 1/3 of what they needed. 3rd and 6 coming up.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite out of the big meal between them and the 1st down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Throwing on 1st down, Rodgers. Completed over the middle. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Shotgun snap, a give to Hall. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. They go right back to Hall. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
You love a huddle? Kate, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Rodgers finds his target, Hall. And he gets him around 6 there. That was Reed Blankenship making the stop.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well, and it sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's Hall. And he'll go down here at the 16. Pickup of 5 on that play. And it'll give the Jets a 1st down.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later, for that next 3rd down coming.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. After 3 quarters, we're still neck and neck. Neither side has been able to fully separate. We're tied at 7 apiece as we get ready for the 4th. Could take the lead with a field goal, Brock, but thinking touchdown here as they get set up 1st and goal. Hall's going to try to smash his way in. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. They don't pick up anything there, and now it's 2nd and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on 1st down. More to come.
And he gets in, touchdown! The Jets take a 4th quarter lead. Breece Hall with the touchdown. Well, this has definitely been a tight one throughout, Brock. So now that they've taken the lead, the question becomes, can they hold on to it?
And that question right there is one the defense has to answer. But this sure had the look of a drive where a coaching staff challenged that offense, saying, hey, we need a big drive from you guys right here. And sure enough, that offense delivers.
Yeah, no doubt. Zerline on now for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Jets break that tie and now lead by 7. Zerline has it all teed up and ready to send it away. Return coming from the 6. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Philadelphia getting ready to go on offense. Still time to go, Brock, but that touchdown has them down now 7. They've got to find the end zone here. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They send a receiver in motion right. On 1st down, Hurts. Into traffic, complete. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. Shotgun snap for Hurts. He's got Devontae Smith. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. A tight end in motion now. Oh, they're going option to the left side on 2nd. Great run. Oh, he lost the football. And this is going to be a turnover. The defense forces the big play.
Man, that run was looking so good for him, but you'll see QBs don't always tuck it away like running backs do. That was loose, ball away from his body, and in prime position to be knocked free. That's exactly what happens once that defender catches him downfield.
The Jets out to begin another drive. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll start this one out with Hall. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Rodgers here from the gun. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. Looking to throw. Hall there to haul it in. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Philly. Jets feeling lucky with a 7-point lead. Punt team on the field. Thomas Morstead will kick it away. And he sends this away. Definitely his best kick of the game thus far. And he'll get under this one and make the fair catch at the 19-yard line. No return on that punt. And it's going to be their football coming up. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Back to throw. And they got there in time. He's taken down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Never ever a great look when your quarterback's picking himself up a few seconds into a drive. They're going to need a lot more fight on 2nd down and a whole lot of yardage to get this back on track.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. They'll get 6 on the run, but still need twice that now. 3rd and 12 coming up.
And that's a pretty modest pickup for a QB keeper. On a traditional handoff, you'll take that yardage, but those QB keepers, so many times, they're really designed, Kate, for chunk plays in mind, double digits, and they nearly got it there.
That's caught for the first. He's at the 30. Gets the 10. And he gets him the touchdown. And now a potential game-deciding play call coming up. So they get the all-important touchdown here late in the game, Brock. Now the question, play for the tie or go for 2 and the lead?
And I know they've got all these charts and numbers and analytics to tell you what to do, but this comes down to the gut and the trust of the head coach. Does he trust his offense more to go get this 2-point conversion, or is he going to lean in his defense and believe that they can get the stop?
On for the PAT, and a make would tie us up late. And everyone can breathe easier now. His try is good, and they found a way to tie it late in the fourth. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Wangu now to return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. New York taking over once again. The offense heading out. And even with some time left, Brock, a long ways to go to get into range for a game winner. They're going to need to move it in a hurry. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Here he is to throw. And will he? No, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. Offense to the line for 2nd down. Setting up to pass. Shakes himself free. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And then brings up 3rd down. Hall running between the tackles. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. They'll send out the punting unit. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. Nice kick there. It's a punt of 53 yards. And they'll get ready to go on offense. They've got 1st down from the 31. He'll look to throw it. Goddard makes the catch. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. 2nd and 6 now. Rolling left, buying some time. He's on the move. That's going to do it for regulation, so some bonus football in store for all those fans in the stands. We're headed for overtime. From the jaws of defeat, they snatch this game away. And now we're off in overtime to decide it. Kickoff taken at the 3. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Eagles ready to set up shop on offense. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. First throw of overtime now. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete.
You know, Kay, that is the epitome of trust right there. Right? When the ball is let out of his hands, I think everybody on the sidelines in the stadium went, because you throw it in double coverage. And you may question the decision, but it's tough to challenge it when it produces results like that.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll get it up to the 44. That's a pickup of 9. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down.
He easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a 1st down pickup.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Here's another carry for Barkley. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
From the pistol, Hurts has him on the quick hitter. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
They're set up at the 35 now. First down, a run with Barkley. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10 now. It's Dotson on the catch. And they take him down right along the 30.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Hurts now from the gun. The back's got it. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. So the offense showing a slightly different dimension there, Brock. Getting the running back involved with his hands for the touchdown.
Yeah, such an advantage. I think when you think about it, Kate, it really is about the 80s where we start to see these running backs not just tote the ball as runners, but be real weapons when they get the ball in the passing game.
Yeah.
That's well done.
Elliott on now to attempt the point after. The extra point is good, and that's a big one. Now their defense just has to defend a 7-point lead here in overtime. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Gibson now to return. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Jets offense now set to take over. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Now he gets a shot here in overtime. This is reeled in by Wilson. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Hall takes it straight ahead. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
You know what I like about a 2nd and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a 1st down, but you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
1st and 10 from the 41. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. The Eagles swarm in and take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Here's what I know. I know this one, Kate, from personal experience. After this one's over, QB, well, he's going to spend some time in that cold tub because he's been in so much time on the ground, taking a beating today. This offensive line, this offense has got to find a way to protect the passer.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Trying again following the sack. He's in trouble, and they bring him down again. Timeout taken by New York. That's its 2nd. And that'll leave him with just 1 remaining in overtime. So a really tough spot here. This is 3rd and a country mile. Looking to throw it. Corley reels it in.
Kate, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
Big moment here in overtime. 4th down, and the offense is out there. Now to throw. He finds him beyond the marker. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. Left the offense out there on 4th down, Brock, and look at the result. A big gain. They got 15 and the 1st.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Short pass brought in. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Throwing again, it's Rodgers. Fires right away, but incomplete.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. To throw. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up fourth down.
So many coaches love third downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these third downs.
Biggest play of OT. Offense set now on fourth down. Throwing now. Wilson's got it. And he's out of bounds just short of the 30. They hit him for 5 yards on fourth down and get the successful conversion.
Oh, I love fourth downs. It just brings out the very best, and you get to see how you handle the most pressure. And it turns out, well, they handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing.
Throwing once again, Rodgers. Into the hands of Conklin. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. Timeout called by the Jets. That's their final one, as they'll have none remaining in OT. All right, set now, 1st and 10. From the red zone now. And that's going to fall incomplete. We're down to 9 seconds left. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Again, Rodgers. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. Here he is to throw. Forced out to his right. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. From the shotgun, Rodgers. That throw finds Conklin. And that's a New York touchdown. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
Zerline on now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Jets tie this game at 21. Zerline has it all teed up and ready to send it away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. He stopped on the return at the 27. Now the Eagle offense headed back out to the field. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3.
I could promise you that's not what it looked like on the practice field nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that, but let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
From the 30 on 2nd down. He's got time here. He'll just huck this one into row C, and some lucky fan is going to haul in a heck of a souvenir.
There was almost no resistance offered against a rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete. Couldn't connect with Dallas Goedert. And that'll bring up 4th down.
You know, that is so hard to do. That's called body control. Great positioning to swat the ball away, not go through the receiver, no penalty flag. He's got the body control and, more importantly, the timing to knock that ball away.
And he'll have this fair catch right along the 25. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Jets football. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Rodgers here from the gun. Has his man, it's Corley. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
On 1st down, here comes Hall. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Off play action, Rodgers. Able to hit Hall, complete. Just a couple of yards here as he heads for the sideline.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
Now Rodgers on 3rd and short. That's complete to Wilson. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
1st down, ball at the 36. They run. Here's Hall. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Here's Hall once more. And tough sledding for him. Only room to get it to the 30. Give him 2 on the run. That's going to set him up with 3rd and 4. Running this with Hall. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him only 1 yard. Again, the run doesn't get it done, and now it's 4th and 3. Important moment as they turn to Greg Zuerlein. It's from the right hash, 46 yards. Philadelphia going to spend its 2nd timeout, as they'll be left with just 1 more to work with here in OT. And now the entire game rests on his next kick. It's from the right hash, 46 yards. The kick is good, he got it! And they've taken back the lead.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
So it's a road win for the Jets. And they only needed a field goal to end it, as their guy connected on an absolute bomb through all the pressure to claim a heck of a win here in overtime. And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. It's a well-earned win for the Jets as we say so long from Philadelphia.